In this tutorial, we cover coinhall, so coinhall.org, and this is the software we use for SEI and injective tokens. Now, this particular website is not as good as Dex Screener and Dex Tools, unfortunately. Still very, very good, and it's kind of necessary for us to use for these particular chains, SEI and injective. So we kind of have to use it. But you'll see the trending tab at the top is not particularly long, and it's not the same where you get the drop down on the left where you have kind of like live new pairs and things like that. You have to do a lot more digging here, unfortunately. But anyway, it's still very, very good. And once you get into one of these particular projects, for example, Ninja, which is a well-known one on injective, you have the same trading view chart here on the left. You have information across the top. So you've got the 1 hour, 24 hour, 7-day price change. It can be kind of useful for a quick kind of snapshot. This is much more useful here on the top right. So you have all the socials. For example, if you click on the Twitter, it will open up their Twitter, Telegram, website, etc. And you can quickly copy the address for this particular coin. So you can just click here on copy. Obviously, that's the injective there. And then on the right here, you've got whole swap, which is one of the ways you can actually swap injective into Ninja. So you can actually do it right here once you have injective in your wallet. And with injective, for example, you'll need something like a Kepler wallet for that. And Kepler is another Chrome extension. And once you've downloaded the Chrome extension, you will be able to use it and fund it. And I'll discuss that obviously in a separate video, exactly how to fund. Now, below the chart, you can see here, it's got the same buying and selling live transactions, which is very useful, but it doesn't really give you the amount of data as you might see in the others. You can sort it if you wanted to by price or date as well, but again, not terribly useful. And that's it really, to be honest with you. So not that much. However, the most important thing that it has is always the chart. And that's what we need in terms of making a decision as to whether we would buy and sell these tokens. And the thing with things like injective and SEI is generally as a chain, they'll get less volume unless they get unbelievably popular in a small period of time, in which basically the chain can crash sometimes. But generally, when there's less volume, you don't get that many massive price moves unless all of the attention is concentrated in only a few coins. For example, when Ninja first launched, that's what happened here. We got that massive pump. But since then, it's been kind of sideways. Not really been crashing, not really been going up, but kind of sideways. And now, to be honest, it's not going to move without a decent amount of volume coming into the market and taking it forward. Otherwise, there's no reason for it to move. But yeah, we'll discuss that in a different video, exactly how meme coins actually move. Now, SEI one, same thing. So Cyan is a well-known one on the SEI chain. Just going to remove my analysis and drawings here. Same thing here. You've got all of the tools here that you need. For example, price range, if you wanted to see how much the price has moved. And on the right-hand side, you've got socials. At the top, a quick summary. You can see here, you can actually sort the price out in SCI if you wanted to, but I always stick to USD to give me a better idea, because literally when you're changing your money, it's dollars that, you know, if you've actually made money, it's the dollar amount that's going to be more important. But again, if you want a more fair idea of how far things have moved, SEI is obviously the better bet, because if SEI value has dropped by 50%, but the price went up in SEI, you can't really tell. If you scroll further down here, same thing, transactions, nothing else interesting here. So on the top here, you can search. So if you have the specific address, you can obviously just type it in here and you can find that particular collection. And then you've got a couple of other tabs. So you've got swaps here, which is basically just a whole swap. You've got rewards. Obviously, top right, you can connect your wallet, like Kepler wallet directly. And that's it really. Nothing major here in terms of other features on coinhall. So what we're going to do next is we're going to start to break down exactly how meme coins move in terms of price and the most important things we look for when it comes to technical analysis. Thanks for